time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from men. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's what I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Oh no, game is just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our winning Wednesday, and oh yeah, we're going to name the winner today. El Michelle, call me on the show. El Michelle, 281-453-1000. Lady El Michelle, give me a call on the show, 281-453-1000. Want to talk to you real quick on air. Lady El Michelle. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the phone line, Lady L. Michelle. All right, so anyway, it is game time. It is the day that, again, we're going to announce the winner of this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge. It is getting jumbled up, man. That top six is getting jumbled up. Somebody's going to win $50 today. Somebody's going to win $500 at the end of the season, and it is still wide open. If you have not gotten in the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge yet, you still got time because it ain't over. It ain't over. Hold on, let me get the phone line real quick. Hello, you're live on the Lunch Break. Who's this?
This is Lady L. Michelle.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage and phone line, Lady L. Michelle.
Don't put me on the spot.
Yeah, I am. I'm putting you on the spot. You are the one that sponsored this week's Lunch Break, Keeping Up with the Joneses, $50, and I did not have which business name you wanted me to use because you that entrepreneur extraordinaire. So go ahead and tell everybody who was sponsoring this week's $50 grand prize for the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge.
Oh my goodness, El Michelle Productions.
Ladies and gentlemen, El Michelle Productions, and if you ever need voiceover work, if you ever need a commercial for your business or your ministry, if you ever need someone to just give you a professional look, sound, and feel, I highly recommend Lady L. Michelle. Lady L. Michelle, tell everybody how they can reach you and partake in your phenomenal business services.
On Facebook, it's just ELLEMICHELLE. Saxophonist vocalist. You can type that in and just search for me there. And on Instagram, it's _L Michelle.
That's how you can reach her. And I'm telling you, she'll take your business, she'll take your ministry, she'll take your event to the next level. I mean it. I'm just telling you, I've seen her work and it is absolutely phenomenal. This week's $50 prize is courtesy of El Michelle Productions.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I do have a phone number, 903.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get that. I got to write it down because I think your phone's finna blow up. 903
225
225
9883.
9883. Y'all got it. 903 225 9883. If you want to reach L. Michelle Productions. I'm telling you, she will take your business, your ministry, your church, your event, your group, your marketing campaign to the next level, whether it be video, audio, marketing, production, you name it, she's got it.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. And I appreciate it. Thank you for sewing into the lunch break. We had to give credit where credit is due. Like I said, I didn't have it written down. I'm on the air now, so I couldn't, it's not like I could go and research it real quick. So I saw you pop on and the Holy Ghost hit me and said, tell her to call the station.
Hey, glory.
And you know what I almost said? I know he's all right.
All right now. All right. Hey, thanks.
You better stop, man. You're going to get me going. So, El Michelle, thank you again. We appreciate you. You have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being a faithful lunch breaker.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. El Michelle, man, one of the best. I'm telling you, she does the voiceovers for our 1-800-SAVE-A-BILLIONAIRE. She's going to do a voiceover for Dr. Aki and the lunchbreakdates.com or whatever we're going to call it. And she's doing some other phenomenal work for me. And she has blessed our winner for the day. I'm going to take a break and then I'll come back with who that is. But again, the winner for the day is going to be a phenomenal one. And it did come down to the tiebreaker again. It did come down to the tiebreaker again on the lunch break. So y'all stay right there. I'll let you know who that is. Of course, we got to talk about the NFL. Tuesday Night Football was kind of fly. Tuesday Night Football was kind of all right by me. I'm just saying, I could get down with some Tuesday Night Football. Not going to knock the Astros, but, you know, I'm not going to do, Houston, we have a problem. I'm not going to do it. The Astros are in trouble. It's either they figure out a way to win today or Tampa Bay pulls out the brooms and sweeps them on out of here. So, again, we'll talk about that all on the other side of the break. Right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It's Winning Wednesday.
This is Earl G. Robinson. When people say my vote doesn't matter, when you don't vote, your vote counts against you. The other side gets a vote. If you want to fix our broken criminal justice system and reform your local police department to make it more accountable, you need to vote. If you want to increase economic prosperity in the Black community, you need to vote. If you want to protect the right to vote, you need to vote. If you want more funding for our schools, you need to vote. Voting does matter. If Black lives matter to you, you need to vote. Early voting begins on October 13th and ends on October 30th. Election day is November 3rd. You need to vote. We all need to vote. If you don't vote, it will matter.
Paid for by the Communications Workers of America, District 6. Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
All right, it's election time, which means political ads are everywhere. But there's a reason for that. This is important. We have a president who is a straight-up racist, who uses racist language and attacks to divide Americans against each other. We don't just need a new president, we need leaders who aren't afraid to stand up to Trump. But our senator, Republican John Cornyn, he votes with Donald Trump more than 95% of the time. So what do we do about it? We vote for Democrat MJ Hagar. MJ is a combat veteran and is a working mom who knows healthcare costs are out of control. She'll fight for affordable health care.
I saw you dancing, girl. You were getting it.
Protect people with
You were
pre-existing
getting it. I gotta
conditions.
reschedule you on
And
the
she's
show.
endorsed by President Obama. But most
Let me
importantly,
send you some love.
she's got the courage to stand up to Donald Trump.
Dang.
So vote. Vote
Did you get
Democrat.
that? Okay.
All the way down the back. And vote for Democrat MJ Hagar for U.S. Senate.
Dang, yeah.
I'm MJ Hagar, candidate for Senate, and I approve this
I like
message.
my shirt too.
Paid for by MJ for Texas.
Hi, this is TJ from South Park. I listen to the lunch break with AJ Jones on 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Y'all got to give some love to Rakisha Champion joining us here on the show. She checking us out on Facebook Live. That young lady right there is a lot of anointing. A lot of anointing. Right before Rona hit, she was hanging out back with me over in this section back here. And then everything kind of, you know how it went. But we got to get her on the video. Got to get her on the video. I should post that video of her dancing because, man, she had me hyped. I was like, yeah, already. So good to see you, Rakisha Champion, one of my all-time favorites. All right, so again, I want to thank El Michelle Productions for putting up the $50. Let me give you the rundown right now for this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge. Tough week for some people. I'm going to give some love to everybody who was 800 or better. Boston was 7-7. Philip was 8-7. I'm sorry, 8-6. 8-6 for Philip. Amber was 8-6. Let's see, who else? I think that's all the 8 and 6ers. Then we had some 9 and 5s. Danny was 9 and 5. T-Bone was 9 and 5. Al High, who participated for the first time, was 9 and 5. Keith Hennick was 9 and 5. Keisha Kelly was 9 and 5. Milo was 9 and 5. Big Mike was 9 and 5. Ferdinand was 9 and 5. Then we had some 10 and 4s. 10 and 4. Big Time Floyd. Todd Malcolm 10 and 4. Chi-Town was 10 and 4. Alexis was 10 and 4. Alexis be picking them, man. If y'all only knew how shy she was, y'all would understand why I give her the love that I do when she participates. The fact she's been doing this, I think, like 3 years in a row, and she is the shyest person in the world. But anyway, she was 10 and 4. Jessica and Mark, wonderful couple. They were 10 and 4, and that was still not good enough. Still not good enough. Let's see. George Griffin was 11 and 3. DB Cook was 11 and 3, and Erica was 11 and 3. But that was good enough because whoever won is going to come from that 11 and 3 category. 11 and 3 was the top. So that means we had a not one, not two, but a three-way tie. And you know what happens when it's a tie. We got to go to the tie breaker. So we'll start with George Griffin. Who did he pick for the Monday night game? He had New Orleans. And DB Cook, who did he pick for the Monday night game? He had New Orleans. And Erica, who did she pick for the Monday night game? She had New Orleans. All right, so now we got to go to the next level. What was the final score? George Griffin had the final score of 31-17. Ooh, that was close. Erica had final score of 21-10. And DB Cook had the final score of 31-21. Final score was 30-7. And the winner and this week's champ is DB Cook. He was only 7 off of the final score. George Griffin was 11. Erica was 26 off. So congratulations, DB Cook. Congratulations. You just won $50 courtesy of El Michelle Production. You can reach her by calling 903-225-9883. That's 903-225-9883. I think she just put up an email address that you can use, voice.foreverything@gmail.com. voice.4everything@gmail.com. I'm telling you, man, professional. If you need professional voicing for your commercial, for your ad, for your your event that you've got coming up, she is the one you want. Again, El Michelle Productions dropped the $50 for DB Cook as he won this week. All right, let me give you the current standings. Hold on, I got to take a picture of this commercial lineup. Got a little work to do on this side. I take pictures of them and then I write them down later. But anyway, top 10. These are the folks that right now looks like they got a chance to win $500, excuse me. Right now at number 1 with 57 wins is Ferdinand. Number 2 with 55 wins, right behind Ferdinand, is Milo. Number 3 with 53 wins is Big Mike. Also tied with Big Mike is MD. It's Mad Dog, but his real name is Merrick. He's got 53. Also with 53 is none other than Alexis with her little shy self. And then right behind them at number 6, where the line would be cut, is the man with the gray salt and pepper beard, Keith Hennig, representing the city of Austin, Texas. The city of, are you in Austin or San Antonio, Keith? I'll be giving you the wrong place. But anyway, he's a big San Antonio Spurs fan. He's a big Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. And Keith Hennig is bringing up the number 6 spot at 52. So, Keith, you're only 1 win out of number 3. You're only 4 wins make that 5 wins out of the top spot. So, Keith, if you come strong down the stretch, bro, you're in. At number 7, we got Chi-Town with 51 wins. At number 8, Amber and Keisha Kelly are tied with 50 wins. And rounding out the top 10, Trey has 48 wins. So there you go. That's the top 10 right now. The winners, the top 6, are going to have a chance to win $500 at the end of the season. 5 Hondies. I don't know about you. I could use that 5 right now. I ain't playing. I use that 5 right now. So anyway, you stay right there. Stay right there. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll tell you how you can get in on the winning right here on the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Winning Wednesday, and congratulations, DB Cook, on doing the winning. All right? Again, we'll be right back with more right after this. Let's see. Trying to get it all together. All right, we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
Legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. 2 radio stations in one.
Now is a great time to replace your worn-out windows during the Renewal by Anderson 25-year savings event. Upgrade your home today. Buy 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Plus, get 12 months with no interest, no money down, and no payments. Call now. Get 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Installation and warranty included. Renewal by Anderson takes every CDC-recommended safety precaution to protect your family. For 25 years, people have trusted us for their window replacement needs, and you can too. Call now to learn about our buy 4, get the 5th one free window replacement offer.
800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. That's 800-245-1537.
Interest accrues from date of purchase, but is waived if paid in full within 12 months. Other conditions apply. We've adjusted our operations to serve you safely following all CDC guidelines. Visit renewalbyanderson.com for details.
All right, it's election time, which means political ads are everywhere. But there's a reason for that. This is important. We have a president who is a straight-up racist, who uses racist language and attacks to divide Americans against each other. We don't just need a new president, we need leaders who aren't afraid to stand up to Trump. But our senator, Republican John Cornyn, he votes with Donald Trump more than 95% of the time. So what do we do about it? We vote for Democrat MJ Hagar. MJ is a combat veteran and is a working mom who knows healthcare costs are out of control. She'll fight for affordable healthcare, cheaper prescription drug prices, and protect people with pre-existing conditions. And she's endorsed by President Obama. But most importantly, she's got the courage to stand up to Donald Trump. So vote. Vote Democrat, all the way down the ballot. And vote for Democrat MJ Hagar for U.S. Senate.
I'm MJ Hagar, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by MJ for Texas.
This is Brian Courtney Wilson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Winning Wednesday, and again, we just announced the winner of this week's lunch break, Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge. It's none other than DB Cook. He got 11 right, only 3 wrong, and was closest to the final score, with New Orleans coming from behind, mind you, to beat the Chargers in overtime. So again, congratulations. If you want to get in, you got to have your picks into me by Thursday, by tomorrow, 6 o'clock Central. Pick whoever you think is going to win the Thursday night game, and then we'll go all the way down to Monday's games. And let me go to the NFL.com site, and I can tell you what we got. Let's see, scores, week number 6. So, do we have a Thursday night game this week? I'm looking. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me go back to this and make sure I'm reading this right. This is where I need Willie Gibson. So we don't have a Thursday night game. So start with all the games on Sunday. All the games on Sunday. So here we go. Since we don't have a Thursday night game, give them to me by Sunday morning. I got to have them by Sunday morning. Watch this. I'm going to give you some love. You got until Sunday at 11 a.m. Central. Sunday by 11 a.m. Central. And if you get them in, after that, you're going to miss out. You're not going to be able to participate. So get them in by Sunday, 11 a.m. Central. Pick all the games. Who's going to win Cincinnati and the Colts? Who's going to win Detroit or Jacksonville? Houston and Tennessee, Chicago and Carolina, Atlanta, Minnesota. Go all the way through. And then for the Monday night game, I need the final score of the Arizona-Dallas game. Who's going to win the game? And then give me the final score of that one. And you got to get those to me by Sunday, 11 a.m. And you can text them 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can email them, aj@kyoksports.com. aj@kyoksports.com. One of the reasons why I have you text them or email, it timestamps it. So it makes it fair. Nobody can say, oh, I got him in. The timestamp don't lie. And if you got that John Foster phone, I don't know. His phone is like a cross between Cricket, Boost, and Metro. His phone is a cross between whatever the bootleg version of Boost, Cricket, and Metro. That's what John Foster's got. If that's your phone service and it don't send your text message right away, you better send them early. Send them today. You can send them today. You don't have to wait until the last minute to send them. Just send them. All right? Long as I get them by Sunday, 11 a.m. Central. That's 12 noon Eastern. That's 10 a.m. Mountain. And that's 9 a.m. West Coast. As long as I get them by then, you're good. You are good. All right? And anybody can play. Anybody can play. You don't have to be a football expert. Let me tell you something. Alexis, I don't know why I'm harping on her today. She is no football expert. She's with someone who's a big football fan. And I think Alexis is doing the picking because one year he picked for her and she did horribly. And then she started picking, her and her son started picking the games, and now they're doing great. So you don't have to be an expert. You can do it. Karen Gibson sends hers in. Charlotte Thomas sends hers in. And I'm not saying that these are women and that listen, I know there's some guys on here that ain't real football fans. Danny Wilson is a big basketball guy. He's just competitive. I'm surprised Delano didn't get in this year. But anyway, it's not too late. So y'all go ahead and jump in and let's have some fun with it. Speaking of, how about that game last night? Is anybody like me and kind of down for some Tuesday night football? I will give up Thursday night football for Tuesday night football. I will, in a heartbeat. I will give up Thursday night football for Tuesday night football. That's me. What's your vote? What would you rather have? Thursday night football or Tuesday night football? Monique Mosley said, don't do my Metro. See, I said the bootleg version of Boost, Cricket, and Metro all wound up together. That's how bad John Foster's phone is. I mean, John Foster's phone would kill the show every single Thursday. Every Thursday. We'd be rocking. We'd be having a great show. God smiling down on the show. And then John Foster's phone would go out. And we just sitting there with no John Foster. Me and Aki just trying to carry the show. And John Foster's phone done went out. It's all, you remember when you had those daytime minutes? You had to pay extra if your daytime minutes ran out. John Foster's daytime minutes would run out, and then his phone would cut off. He'd have to wait for an hour for the thing to recycle. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm sorry, Monique. I didn't mean to mess with your Metro, but his is in there. That's the bootleg version. Keith Hennig said he'll take both. I don't want both. You know, for me, and I know I'm a little different, there is such thing as too much football. Like the NFL is good, but they ain't get that good. You can't have all my time. Because, you know, sometimes they'll do Saturday games, and then they'll do the Sunday games, and they'll come back with the Monday night games, and then they'll try to slide that Thursday game in there. I ain't for it. I'm just going ahead and tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth because I'm not your enemy. Watch this. The only time I like Thursday games is Thanksgiving Thursday. That's the only time I like Thanksgiving. That's the only time I like Thursday night games. Thanksgiving Thursday, when they play the early game, when they play the afternoon game, when they play that game that you know you done ate already and you really, really tired, but you got to see who the Cowboys going to beat this year. Except for that year they played the Minnesota Vikings and your boy Randy Moss went Transformer on them. Randy Moss went Transformer, Optimus Prime on the Cowboys one Thanksgiving Thursday after I had eaten. I couldn't even get a nap fooling with Randy Moss. Like, what is he going to do to him next? Does anybody watch South Park? You know when they say, oh my God, they just killed Kenny. That's how it was that Thanksgiving Thursday with Randy Moss going off on the Dallas Cowboys. Randy Moss was whooping the Cowboys like they broke something in the house they wasn't supposed to touch. You know, some of my European friends might not understand this. In most African-American households back in the day, you had that one room that you were not allowed to go into. It had like white carpet. It had furniture that had plastic on it. It had a big display case with china and dishes and pictures and plates and stuff that you had never seen anyone use before. But all you knew is if you fell out, if you had a heat stroke, you had to fall outside of that room, not inside of that room, because your mama was going to tear your tail up if you touched that white carpet, let alone that furniture that had that plastic on it and anything in that china cabinet. Randy Moss whooped them Cowboys that Thanksgiving Day as if they touched something in that room. Like they was just sitting in that room playing, and mama came home and said, oh, we playing in mama's living room? Yes, ma'am. Are you supposed to play in the living room? No, ma'am. Well, why are you in here? I just wanted to. Okay, well, come on. Let mama give you some want to. That's how Randy Moss whipped up on them Cowboys. I only like football on Thursdays when it's Thanksgiving. That's it. And I don't like that Dallas and Detroit have to play on Thursday. Give me the better teams in the league. Like, give me Kansas City and Baltimore on Thanksgiving Thursday. You know, watch this. Give me New England and not Buffalo. Give me New England and Tennessee because they starting to build up a little bit of rivalry. You know, Give me some games like that. Give me Seattle and the 49ers if they're gonna get good again, or give me the Seattle Rams game if the Rams are for real again. Give me some good games like that. Keith Hennick said Dallas has Washington this Thanksgiving. Enjoy your nap. You're right. You're right about that. Good God, for real? For real. I don't even want. I don't even. I'm a pescatarian now, so I don't even know if I want Thanksgiving. Dallas and Washington. Man, God has a sense of humor. God has a sense of humor. With all that we got going on right now, with racial division and turmoil between cultures and all that kind of stuff, God saw fit to give us Dallas, the Cowboys, versus Washington. That game. Good Lord. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Wow. I might just watch that to try to hear what the announcers are going to say to try to make that one make sense. Goodness gracious. Wow. Okay. But Floyd, Big Time Floyd said something here. Let me see. My tablet is messing up. Floyd said, hello, AJ and Breakers. Congratulations to DB Cook on winning the weekly cash. Regarding the Astros, since their season is about over, I want to know who will be the first round of who will buy the first round of beverages, Jose Altuve or Carlos Correa. It is remote control time for the Astros. Let me just say this. I give a lot of credit to Dusty Baker for how he managed the Astros through the nonsense that they created for themselves, known as the cheating scandal. It's not a scandal, it's a fact. And this whole us against the world thing that they tried to force on the rest of the world. I mean, it worked here in Houston because you got some rabid Houston fans who are, oh yeah, take that. You like that? A bunch of Kirk Cousins running around down here in Houston because the Astros chose to cheat, got caught, and got punished for it. But Dusty Baker has managed this team through injury, and I mean major injury, with Justin Verlander going out for the rest of the year. They lost Garrett Cole. They lost Roberto Osuna, and I'll be nice saying his name. And they lost other major players throughout the shortened season. They had Altuve that was out for a while, Springer that was out for a while. They were just underhanded the whole year. They didn't win the division, but they made the wild card. And, with thrown together pitching, I mean, seriously, with thrown together pitching, they have made it all the way to the ALCS. Like, they are one round away from the World Series. I can give them some love, but I give them the love because of Dusty. Because he's been the one steady, mature, just, hey, listen, I'm not going to get into all of that. Hey, don't come to me with all that. We're just trying to win games this year. I can't speak to what they did before I got here. All I know is I'm trying to get them there this year. I can respect that. Carlos Correa with his running his mouth and some of the other guys, I'm not impressed. You didn't do it when it counted, so hush. But one guy that I got to be honest with you, I feel like something's going on with him, emotionally and personally or whatever, is Jose Altuve. I don't know if he's having a delayed reaction to actually the weight of, the cheating scandal. I don't know if he's having some regrets about what he didn't do or what he should have done, what he could have done. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's messing with his head, which is messing with his play. And, and somebody said, well, AJ, not really, because he hit a home run in the last game and a home run in the game before that. Yeah, he did. But I'm talking about the complete game. I mean, throwing errors, Jose Altuve's Golden Glove, shortstop or second baseman. Altuve is a Golden Glove second baseman. He doesn't make those kind of errors often, let alone, multiple times in one game. Something's going on with Jose. And, you could just tell by the emotions that he had last night. I mean, he literally, from the 6th inning on, it's like he was in tears. He wasn't himself. And I'm not putting it on the cheating scandal, but I'm just saying you can tell something is not quite right with Jose. And I'm not insensitive. I don't want the Astros, to burn at the stake like the witches of Salem. I don't want them incarcerated. I'm not insensitive. If a guy's having issues, I want his issues fixed. I say that when guys get in trouble for domestic abuse or alcoholism or drug. What's most important to me at that moment is the person, not their play, not their team, not, oh yeah, he's never going to come back. I don't care about that. I care about the person. And I care about if Jose Altuve is having some issues personally, or even if he's feeling the weight of what happened, I can respect that. And I'm human enough to say, yo, man, hey, I don't care whether they made the World Series or not. I care about the young man. Carlos Correa don't need my care and my compassion. He's running around thumping his chest and telling everybody how great they are in spite of, what they did to themselves. He doesn't need my compassion or my empathy. Carlos Correa might. Some folks feel like Alex Bregman is not quite himself because of all of it. I can respect that. And I can give credit to the Astros for overachieving this season, facing all adversities. It's not an excuse because it's called sports. That's a part of it. The injuries and the changes, they happen. But I got respect for that team. So we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It's Winning Wednesday.
They'll agree on earth as touching anything. It shall be done for them by my God.
I'm Gary Bledsoe, Texas NAACP president. In my lifetime, we have worked and sacrificed to make real progress.
That's right, Gary. I'm Claude Cummings, Vice President of the Communication Workers of America. Our community is under attack again.
Our jobs are being exported. The court system has largely turned its back on us, and people need to realize, Claude, is the last election amounts to a true revolution, where all those gains in civil rights and human progress are actually being targeted.
I know powers in Washington want to deny health care to working people who have pre-existing conditions, eliminate environmental protections for minority communities. It even encourages racism.
We thought those days were gone.
Dr. King said the time is always right to do what is right.
Let's do what's right. Let's vote and get your family and friends to vote, too. If you don't, you should not be surprised to see drastic changes in your world.
Vote early or on election day.
Political advertising paid for by the Communications Workers of America.
You're listening to 1140 AM and 92.3 FM, the legendary KYOK.
I'm going to tell you how you can get real health insurance for as little as $6 a day. Yes, now you can get affordable health insurance for you and your family immediately, starting at just $6 a day. And coverage is guaranteed regardless of your medical condition. That's right, for about $6 a day, you can have guaranteed health insurance. And there's dental, vision, and prescription coverage too. You owe it to yourself and your family to make this free call right now and learn more. There are no deductibles, no waiting period, no contracts, and coverage is guaranteed. Call National Health right now for your risk-free, guaranteed health insurance quote, starting at just $6 a day. Call now.
800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. That's 800-797-0921. Paid for by GoHealth.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you
make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
Hey guys, this is Irma J from Internal Revamp, and you're listening to AJ on The Lunch Break.
All right. Appreciate you, Irma J. I mean it, man. One of my favorite people in the whole wide world, bar none. All right, y'all. We're back here on The Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It's Winning Wednesday. Got to say again, congratulations. DB Cook won $50 in the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge. He beat out George Griffin and Erica at 11-3. Came down to the tiebreaker, and he was closest to the final score. So there you go. Congratulations to him. All right, so I got a couple of people that texted in about the Astros. Let me hear what they're talking about. AJ, it's not over. Last I heard, they don't win a series with 3 games when it's best of 7. I didn't say it was over. Did I say it was over? Somebody help me. Can y'all run the tape back? Did I say it was over? I said they're in trouble. And then I think I went right into, great season, a lot of respect. Dusty Baker, Altuve, Bregman. I mean, Michael Brantley is playing like he's trying to carry this team across the finish line himself. So I didn't say it was over. Hang on, let me get a couple of calls in here. KYK, hold please. All right, y'all stay right there. Let me take these calls one by one. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Brother AJ, lunch break and DB Cook. What's going down?
Man, this ain't DB Cook. Who is this?
No, I'm just saying. No, I was giving a shout out.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to pretend to be him. I was like, wait a minute. What's going on, Ferdinand? Caller of the Year 2017. How you doing?
Oh man, feeling pretty good, man. AJ, look, I really like what Dusty Baker has come in and done. He's coaching talent. Very unfortunate that he has to come under the scrutiny, that the Astros are under. And I don't think he has to get the flack for that. But, it is what it is. They're going to, ridicule him. Because sometimes when you take those jobs, that's what comes with that. So, I mean, he's done a phenomenal job with the guys that he has to play with. And that's all he can do is keep coaching them. And it's up to them, AJ, to put last year behind them and be apologetic as much as possible and go out and give your best. Win, lose, or draw, you cheated. You have to fess up to it and move forward. Because, you can't get past cheating. You just don't stay, keep your head in the dirt. You got to get past that. You're wrong. I mean, there's nowhere else you can put it, AJ. So, with that being said, I just really, really appreciate Dusty for being able to come in and do what any person of our color can do. Know how to coach talent and just give an opportunity, and we can show you what we can do with talent.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. But I'm just going to go ahead and be that rebel. I'm more Malcolm than I am today, Martin. I wish somebody would come for Dusty. I wish somebody would. You got all these other mediocre coaches out there that you're giving all these benefits of the doubt, and I'll go ahead and say them. The guy up, Matt Patricia, up in Detroit. I know it's a different sport, but he needs more time. For please, dude is horrible. Before he finally got fired, Dan Quinn, Adam Gase up there with the Jets had the nerve to release Le'Veon Bell. You should have fired yourself. That's an embarrassment. The Jets are a joke. And then don't get me started on your boy over there in Boston. They coddle him like he's an infant running around with a sagging diaper, and he escaped from his house by some mistake. I'm talking about Brad Stevens. Give me a break. Dusty Baker came in and took over a mess, a dumpster fire, just a ridiculous situation, and he suffered through I wanted to see AJ Hinch win without Justin Verlander and win without Garrett Cole and win without some of his other pitchers and other players the way that Dusty did, and then get them to the ALCS. I want to see that. So now they better not come for Dusty. I'm coming for them.
Absolutely, and I just look, the scrutiny that we have to go through as African American men. When you get coaches that the coach, AJ, I can't think of his name, and it's my team up in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin had very little work with on last year. Man, we have the best. I mean, I don't know even how to put it in words, man. We have a way of being able to really corral and find the best out of what we have to make work. And, man, I really appreciate us when we go and do those type jobs. And that's it doing his job.
And listen, bro, you know what? That's been in our DNA forever. We have found a way to make it work. We have found a way. It's been in our DNA forever to take whatever we have and try and make it work. Imagine if we got the time of day, and the opportunities and the patience like some of these other coaches get. Imagine if we had that, because then it'd be a whole different deal. UT would not be in the situation that they're in right now if they had given Charlie Strong time to develop and clean up the program. You gave Tom Herman credit for what Charlie Strong did. It was the same thing with John Gruden. When he went down to Tampa, he walked into a situation that was right, and they should have waited on Tony Dungy, and he would have had more than one Super Bowl championship. So, we understand what it is. We know how it goes. And for everybody who's out there rolling their eyes, oh, here we go again. Poor black people in America. Now, we're not poor. We're definitely black and proud of it. But all I'm saying is we're not begging you for chances anymore. We're not begging you for opportunities anymore. We're not even begging you for patience anymore. We're just showing what we can do. And guess what? We're getting to a place now where we can do it ourselves, with or without you.
And that's what it's about, AJ. And I'm glad that the sleeping giant is awakened. We finally realized, look, we can do it ourselves. We can really do it ourselves. And it would be, be wonderful when that time just comes together, because the playing field, AJ, will never be level unless we level it. We have to go in our own direction.
That's it. We waited for them to level it. We've asked them to level it. We've begged them to level it. We've pleaded with them to level it. We've shown them why they should level it. They haven't leveled it. That's okay. We got it. We got our own shovels. We'll level it. I'm happy for Le'Veon Bell. I'm happy that he got out from under that ridiculous organization known as the New York Jets. Woody Johnson, Adam Gase, the general manager up there, they're a joke. And I'm not going to piecemeal it. And again, if anybody comes for Dusty Baker, I'm coming for you. Listen, Bill O'Brien took money from this organization here in Houston for 7 years. For 7 years. He was mediocre. And don't give me those AFC South championships. And I don't even care about the 10 and 11 win seasons. The dude would not have had that chance to get those seasons if he were black. He would have been gone. They fired Jim Caldwell, and the dude had a winning record in Detroit. Please.
It'll never change, AJ. And I'll leave you with this. How do you get rid of, AJ, Le'Veon Bell? A leading rusher, leading receiver as a rusher. I mean, you have a guy that can really make your organization great. But because people are biased toward us, they don't like us for who we are and what we stand for. I'm hoping that Le'Veon can definitely go to a decent team that can utilize him as his talent. But if not, man, I understand. There's some things in this life, my brother, that would never change. We have dominion and power to make things better. But, AJ, I'm going to leave you with this. If you look at the Chinese community, the Vietnamese community, they rely on themselves. They make it happen for themselves. It's time for us to make it happen for ourselves. That's the only change going to come. And I'm done.
Man, I appreciate you as always, bro. Listen, 2 places. If Le'Veon Bell ends up in New England, it's over. If Le'Veon Bell ends up back in Pittsburgh, it's over. That's all I got to say. I'll leave it at that.
Look, I'm putting it this way. I'm hoping he can get in New Orleans for the year's out.
Man, come on. We look, my Who-Dats don't need Le'Veon Bell. They rolling real nice with what they got. I like Le'Veon now, but don't mess up my stuff trying to move your pieces.
I know it. I just wanted to do some funny laughter today,
Hey, Ferdinand, you're leading the lunch break, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. You're number 1. You got 57 wins. Right behind you is Milo with 55. Big Mike, Mad Dog, and Alexis, they got 53. And then Chi-Town has 51. So, man, you leading the way right now. Don't lose it.
Yeah, no, I'm going to keep mashing the gas for sure. I'm going to keep mashing. I'm going to stay on top. Wasn't really, happy about what happened, but the game shifted. Cancel these games, shift games these days, so that's all good. But I'm gonna keep mashing the gas until the year's out.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, bro. Y'all have a good one over there, man. We'll talk to you again soon, all right?
Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Ferdinand, caller of the year 2017. Very first caller on this show ever. Very first caller on this show ever. I got to shout out to my brother, man. I mean, this dude is my guy. We done traveled all over the world together, man. We done been to Kenya together. This is the one dude that I know that had the entire nation of Kenya rocking with him, and that is my guy, Lee Gonzalez, up there in Fort Worth, man. Good shout out to you and Laura and the kids, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. And appreciate you taking time to tune in to the lunch break. So Willie Gibson said Le'Veon wanted out. The Jets accommodated his request. I know that's the deal. I ain't going to hold up on the Jets, though. They're ignorant. They're ridiculous. They're a joke of an organization. They're listening to a guy who should not even have a job in the league, Adam Gase. And Adam Gase has not used Le'Veon Bell like he should have in the first place. Adam Gase is just like that other head coach that used to coach the Tennessee Titans, that used to coach the Houston Oilers, that used to coach the Rams, that ruined the career of Vince Young, that tried to ruin the career of Nick Foles, and was on the verge of ruining the career of what's the quarterback that's over there now with the Rams, Jared Goff. I got no respect for Adam Gase. I got no respect for Adam Gase. Dude is a joke. And please package this up, edit it, and send it to him so he knows that it was me that said it. And for all you Jets fans out there, I feel sorry for you. Dude is a joke. And I'm glad that Le'Veon was a grown enough man to walk into the office and say, yo, I want out of this. This is a mess. This is a joke. I want out. And I'm glad that there were people that listened to him. But hey, I'm sorry. You get no credit for that. They're a joke of the organization. Don't ever tell me again that billionaires are brilliant, because Woody Johnson is not. And the organization is not. They're a joke. They're a joke. If I'm Roger Goodell, I know I'd mess up my money, but I'd start fining some of these owners for just being dumb. Woody Johnson he'd have to pay a luxury tax because he's dumb. The owner of Washington would have to pay a luxury tax because he's dumb. Yeah, man. No, y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. I'm trying to get Sybil Wilkes on here. Y'all about to make me mess up my stuff. Sybil, hold on. About to make me mess up. I get it. I know he wanted out. I'm glad he got out. I'm glad he was able to get out. I hope him and Pittsburgh can find a way to work that thing back out. Let him and Connor be the tandem over there in Pittsburgh, baby. And I saw on Twitter where a lot of the Pittsburgh Steelers players were reaching out to him saying, yo, man, come home. Yo, just come home. Forget about it. Come home. I hope they work that out. All right, we'll be right back. Here's Sybil Wilkes.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today about the coronavirus. According to a new study, the coronavirus pandemic will end up costing Americans $16 trillion, far more than anyone predicted when the virus first emerged in the United States this year. The study's estimated cost includes a theoretical estimate for the value of a human life and is spread out over the next decade. White House physician Sean Conley said Donald Trump has tested negative for COVID-19 on consecutive days as the president headed to a crowded campaign rally in Florida. The White House still has not revealed the last time he tested negative prior to his positive diagnosis. According to a recent article in a medical journal, there is mounting evidence that a second wave of mental health devastation could be building. Researchers suggest it will have a disproportionate effect on the same groups that the first wave did, Black and Hispanic people and lower socioeconomic groups. Please visit SybilWilkes.com to subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
Hey, what's going on? This is Lecrae, and right now you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all. Excuse me, I got allergies today. But anyway, yeah, man, don't get me started on the Jets. I'm serious. I got no love for them. Lee said it best. Look how well Ryan Tannehill is doing now that he's got a real head coach. Ryan Tannehill got run out of Miami where, guess who was the head coach? Adam Gase. How does this guy still have a job? I mean, seriously, how does Adam Gase still have a job? Y'all gonna make me do it. Y'all gonna make me do it. Okay, let's go to Google. Let's look up Adam Gase record. This better be out of this world. Adam Gase. Oh man, this is embarrassing. Adam Gase is 30 wins, 39 losses, 0-1 in the playoffs, 0 Super Bowls, and that's with the Dolphins, Jets, and Broncos. I'm pulling the music down. Why does this dude have a job? And don't tell me, oh, well, he was great at this and he was good at that. Hold on. Adam Gase, 30, 39, and 0-1 in the playoffs. Let me do this real quick. Let me move Adam Gase's name out of the way. I got to do it real quick. And let me pull up Jim Caldwell. Hold on, real quick. Jim Caldwell. You ready? Regular season, 62 wins, 50 losses. Oh, yeah, by the way, he's 2-4 in the playoffs, and he's been to a Super Bowl as the head coach. But he can't keep a job. Adam Gase can. Miss me on this nonsense. I know what it's about. I'll be right back. Let me hit the top of the hour. Please don't ever tell me that there's no such thing as systematic racism. Don't ever. I'll be right back.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
That's what it should be. It's a wrap, game over. That's what they should be saying to Adam Gase right now. It's a wrap, game over. Anyway, it's lunch break. It's Winning Wednesday. It's AJ Jones here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I've been trying to be nice. I've been trying to just, get through this election season. It is early voting going on now. I mean, kudos. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, standing ovation to everybody that got out yesterday and set voting turnout records. I noticed I didn't say who you vote for. The fact that we had that many people get out on the opening day of early voting never happened before. Congratulations. I mean it. I mean it. Take it very seriously. Your vote counts, man. Your vote matters. And however long you got to stand in line, if you're trying to drive through vote, if you're trying to go to one of the 24-hour facilities, whatever it is, just make sure you stand in there, get it done, and make sure that your vote gets registered. Do not let them turn you away. If they say your name is not right, whatever, you say, I want a provisional ballot. They have to give you a provisional ballot. They cannot turn you away. And if you have any problems, you want to go to harrisvotes.com. harrisvotes.com. There's a place on there for you to lodge a complaint. There's a place on there for you to find out voting locations nearest you. If you got to have a certain type of voting location, there's places on there where you can find that information. But great job. And it's not over, y'all. It's not over. It's not one and done. It's still time. Early voting lasts through the 30th. So you got through today through the 30th. You know, yesterday's gone, but it's early voting 13th through the 30th. And then if you want to get a mail-in ballot, or absentee ballot, however you want to call it, all you got to do is do it before the 23rd. You got to do it before the 23rd, and it's got to be received by November the 3rd. That's election day. Got to have it in by then, all right? But hey, man, don't let nobody turn you away. I love the video of Roland Martin. He was sitting in the parking lot of a church up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Friendship West, and he was in tears. He talked about voting for over 20 some odd years and never seeing that kind of voter turnout ever. And it was early in the morning, and he was in tears. And literally there was a line almost wrapped around the building. It was down the street, and there were cars parked ready to do the drive-through voting. And man, I tell you what, if you don't know that your vote counts, hear me say this explicitly. Your vote matters. How do I know? They are fighting so hard to make sure you can't cast it. There's been legislation filed against drive-through voting. There's legislation filed. There's legal suits, lawsuits filed so that you can't drive-through vote. They filed lawsuits so that you cannot drop your mail-in ballot off yourself at more than one location. Why are they fighting so hard to minimize your ability to vote? Because your vote counts. Cast it. Cast it. I got honor to people who waited in line for hours. Unfortunately, there were a few of those in Harris County, but most people experience like 15, 20 minutes. I went outside of Katy, right near off of I-10 at a church called the Encourager Church. And I might have waited 20 minutes, got in, cast my vote, got out, and I took a picture. I voted. And I mean it. Lunch breakers, let's do this. I'm going to challenge y'all. Let's do this. I want everybody who is a lunch breaker to vote. And when you vote, post your picture up. Post your picture up. I'll set up a stream, a thread on my page, lunch breakers that vote. And I want you to post under there a picture of you with your vote. And if you don't have one, just throw a meme up there of your hand up. I voted. I voted. Because it doesn't make sense for us to hang out together and chill out together and we not take care of business. So lunch breakers, I want us to encourage each other to get out and vote. And then I want us to encourage our family and our friends to get out and vote. And whenever somebody votes, post that picture up under the thread. I got out and vote. We're lunch breakers that vote. All right. So let's do it again, all across the country. Now, this is not just for Houston, not just for Texas. This is all across the country. Lunch breakers that vote. I'm going to put that up, and I want y'all to post up you, your children, your family, anybody that you're able to, you know about voting, post it up there. All right. And we're going to show the world that we're about it, man. We are about it. All right. All right. So I'm excited about that, man. I'm excited about that. And then, again, if you need a ride to the polls and you live in Houston, holla at me. Holla at your boy. Text me, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. We'll find a way to get you to the polls. We'll find a way. I used to send lifts for my son. Where are you? I'm over at this. Where you got to be? I'm over. All right, I'm going to send a lift to come pick you up. Hey, we'll do it. We'll do whatever we got to do to get you to the polls. To the polls and back. Now, you can't stop and get groceries and, get your hair done, your nail, go pick up your laundry. We ain't doing all that. But if you need to get to and from the polls, holler at me. We will do that. We'll make sure you do it. All right, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. Want to shout out to Al Gary. Al Gary out there tripping. Stephanie Bisco! What's up, man? Stephanie, one of my longtime friends. And then Amy Boucher, Claire, Castro, Johnson, Jones, Smith, Barney III. What's up, Amy? What's up? All right, big time. And then Lee and Laura, man, I'm telling you, man, Lee and Laura Gonzalez are just two of the best people I know. Big shout out to them. Jeremy and Danielle, what's up with y'all? Mary Luca. Big shout out to her as well. Also got a shout out to Sonia and Matt Baumhoff. Sonia and Matt Baumhoff, their children. Again, two just amazing people. All right. So let me give you a quick sports update, and then we'll do a break in a minute. But Astros are in big trouble after losing 5-2 in Tampa, and that was in Game 3 of the ALCS. They lost 5-2 to Tampa. They're out on the West Coast. That was in Game 3 of the ALCS, and they're now fighting to avoid getting swept. They are fighting to avoid getting swept. And tonight is the night, man. They either win or it's over tonight at 7:40 Central to be Game 4. Altuve hit a home run in the first inning, but then he had a throwing error in the sixth, which started a 5-run rally for the Rays. Rays only scored in one inning, 5 runs, and it was enough. The Astros have left 31 men on base in this series. 31 men in base on base in this series. And the Rays have made phenomenal plays out in the field. I mean, they've robbed home runs. They made diving catches. And folks say, "Oh yeah, I've never seen that many amazing plays." It's called defense, and some teams specialize in it. So it's not abnormal to them. They're doing what they're supposed to do. You know, they're moving runners around. They're taking advantage of errors and mistakes, and they're playing good defense to back their pitchers up, and they're winning games. So, you know, again, man, let's not minimize what the other team is doing while you're giving credit to what your team is doing. Also, Atlanta beat the Dodgers 8-7 and now lead the NLCS 2-0. Game 3 will be tonight just after 5 o'clock Central. How about Tennessee? Me and Willie Gibson were talking about, yeah, maybe the Texans are catching Tennessee at the right time. They haven't practiced. They haven't been able to work out. And, you know, it's going to be a short week. Tennessee came out and showed us all. They ready. They beat Buffalo 42-16. They're 4-0 on the season, and they will host the Texans this Sunday at noon Central. Dallas going to host Arizona Monday night at 7:15. And again, the New York Giants, or make that the New York Jets, the Knuckleheads, released 2-time All-Pro running back Le'Veon Bell at his request, but they're still dumb. I'm not getting them off the hook. Number 1 golfer in the world, Dustin Johnson, has coronavirus. One of the top soccer players in the world has coronavirus. Cristiano Ronaldo. Both of them going to be quarantined for some period of time, and our thoughts and sincere prayers are with them. Jerry Jones says he expects to have Dak Prescott back by spring and says that Dak is the future of the team. So Jerry Jones saying all the right things right now. We'll see if he will do the right thing. All right, that's it. That's the sports update right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, or text me, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Earl G. Robinson. When people say my vote doesn't matter, when you don't vote, your vote counts against you. The other side gets a vote. If you want to fix our broken criminal justice system and reform your local police department to make it more accountable, you need to vote. If you want to increase economic prosperity in the black community, you need to vote. If you want to protect the right to vote, you need to vote. If you want more funding for our schools, you need to vote. Voting does matter. If Black Lives Matter to you, you need to vote. Early voting begins on October 13th and ends on October 30th. Election day is November 3rd. You need to vote. We all need to vote. If you don't vote, People matter.
Paid for by the Communications Workers of America, District 6. Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President.
KYOK, 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
All right, it's election time, which means political ads are everywhere. But there's a reason for that. This is important. We have a president who is a straight up racist, who uses racist language and attacks to divide Americans against each other. We don't just need a new president, we need leaders who aren't afraid to stand up to Trump. But our senator, Republican John Cornyn, he votes with Donald Trump more than 95% of the time. So what do we do about it? We vote for Democrat MJ Hagar. MJ is a combat veteran and is a working mom who knows healthcare costs are out of control. She'll fight for affordable healthcare, cheaper prescription drug prices, and protect people with pre-existing conditions. And she's endorsed by President Obama. But most importantly, she's got the courage to stand up to Donald Trump. So vote. Vote Democrat, all the way down the ballot. And vote for Democrat MJ Hagar for U.S. Senate.
I'm MJ Hagar, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by MJ for Texas.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
This is Tamara Fuentes.
And Teddy Stevens with Chosen Hoops.
And we're at KYOK at the lunch break with AJ Jones, the number one and only.
Yeah.
Hey, you should be here.
Man, I tell you what, I love those two, man. Their energy has not left me, man. They are two amazing people, brother and sister. And a lot of love to Teddy and Tamara Fuentes, Teddy Stevens and Tamara Fuentes. Good people. All right, y'all. It is our Winning Wednesday, and let me talk about some winning. Man, last night Tennessee just looked good. They just looked good. They looked good and dominant. But for me, it wasn't even so much what Ryan Tannehill did and what Derrick Henry did and what the big wide receiver did. It was that defense. I mean, their defense just had the perfect game plan for Buffalo. And let's not get it twisted. It's not like we were talking about Pat Mahomes, Tom Brady, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. We're not talking about those. We're talking about Josh Allen, but Josh had been playing at such an amazing clip that you just didn't expect them to pimp slap him back into his old self. I mean, they're like, hey man, quit, wake up. What who are you? Who are you? Toby. I mean, it was like that. It was like that. He couldn't get it right to save his life. And I'm sorry. Has anybody checked on Josh Norman? Is there anybody that has checked on Josh Norman or one of his family members? Because I literally saw Josh Norman's soul leave his body last night. I saw Josh Norman run up as if he was going to tackle Derrick Henry, and Derrick just took one hand and pushed that man's soul out of his body. I mean, if Josh Norman is sitting around with his grandchildren right now talking about, and there was one time that my soul left my body. Granddaddy, what you talking about? Yes, baby. Granddaddy's soul left his body. I was floating on air. I could see my body down there, but my soul was up there. He ain't lying. He is not lying. I mean, it was, I have no words. It was that bad. It was like, is he all right? Like, stop the fight. Y'all quit playing. That little boy right there bigger than all the rest of the kids. If it was Little League football, I would have called a timeout and I would have demanded to see Derrick Henry's birth certificate and his weigh-in. I needed to see two things. I need to see his actual birth certificate with the seal on it and his weigh-in, because he's bigger than all the other kids. And he just hurt that poor little boy, Josh Norman. Willie Gibson said, no matter what Josh Norman does in life, he will always be remembered for that play. You ain't lying. He will never forget that play as long as he lives. Now, y'all go light on him. Just check on him. Make sure he's all right. Tell him Passer checked on him, was asking about him. We ought to have a word of prayer for him as he goes through many trials and tribulations. I mean, if he is on the sick and shut-in list right now, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But seriously, it's not like, okay, Ryan Tannehill threw for under 200 yards. He threw for 3 touchdowns, but he was efficient, 21 for 28. This is the same guy that Adam Gase ran out of Miami. And Derrick Henry only ran for 57 yards on 19 carries, but he had 2 touchdowns and that run that took Josh Norman's soul. And Brown only caught 7 passes for 82 yards with 1 touchdown. So it wasn't like they went off. They didn't. They just won every phase of the game. Every phase of the game. Let me look at the team numbers. Yeah, time of possession, Buffalo won that, 32 minutes. Number of first downs was close, 25 to 23. Third down efficiency, it was pretty good on both of them. Buffalo was amazing, 13 out of 17 on third down. And Tennessee was 6 for 10. Not bad. Total yards, guess who had the most total yards? Buffalo. Passing yards, Buffalo. Rushing yards, Tennessee. You know, it just felt like. It felt like it was a beatdown. Trisha Kyle, oh Lord. I'm saying, Trisha Kyle, if it was Little League football, timeout. That big boy right there, I need to see his birth certificate and his weigh-in, because he's bigger than everybody else. I would have held up the game. I'd have had my hands on my hips, patting my foot until they brought that paperwork out. You know how them Little League team moms do it. You know how they do it. Don't let them team moms get to you on that Little Leagues. They'll weigh you out. All right, I got to take another break. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
First Lady Michelle Obama.
If you think things cannot possibly get worse, trust me, they can and they will if we don't make a change in this election. It is up to us.
Add your voice. Vote for every Democrat, start to finish. You can vote early from October 13th through the 30th or on Election Day, November 3rd.
We have to vote in numbers that cannot be ignored.
Paid for by the first Tuesday back. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
All right, it's election time, which means political ads are everywhere. But there's a reason for that. This is important. We have a president who is a straight up racist, who uses racist language and attacks to divide Americans against each other. We don't just need a new president, we need leaders who aren't afraid to stand up to Trump. But our senator, Republican John Cornyn, he votes with Donald Trump more than 95% of the time. So what do we do about it? We vote for Democrat MJ Hagar. MJ is a combat veteran and is a working mom who knows healthcare costs are out of control. She'll fight for affordable healthcare, cheaper prescription drug prices, and protect people with pre-existing conditions. And she's endorsed by President Obama. But most importantly, she's got the courage to stand up to Donald Trump. So vote. Vote Democrat, all the way down the ballot. And vote for Democrat MJ Hagar for U.S. Senate.
I'm MJ Hagar, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by MJ for Texas.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. 2 radio stations in one.
Now is a great time to replace your worn-out windows during the Renewal by Andersen 25-year savings event. Upgrade your home today. Buy 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Plus, get 12 months with no interest, no money down, and no payments. Call now. Get 4 windows and get the 5th one free. Installation and warranty included. Renewal by Andersen takes every CDC recommended safety precaution to protect your family. For 25 years, people have trusted us for their window replacement needs, and you can too. Call now to learn about our buy 4, get the 5th one free window replacement offer.
800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. 800-245-1537. That's 800-245-1537.
Interest accrues from date of purchase, but is waived if paid in full within 12 months. Other conditions apply. We've adjusted our operations to serve you safely following all CDC guidelines. Visit renewalbyanderson.com for details.
Beautiful people, this is Major. This is why I love you on the lunch break.
All right, y'all. Big shout out to Harold Williams. Appreciate you tuning in. Willie Gibson's back with us. Trisha Kyle has checked in right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Got to send some big love out to my friend Annette. Annette, Eagles not looking good. Eagles not looking good at all. In fact, everybody keeps talking about Eric Bieniemy coming to Houston as the new head coach of the Texans. I don't know. If I'm Eric Bieniemy, I ain't talking to nobody right now. I'm saying, if I'm Eric Bieniemy, I'm saying hey to everybody. Hey, Eric, can we talk with your agent? You know, I know you can't really talk to us until the end of the year, but can we talk to your agent? Hey, I'll do the Marshawn Lynch if I'm Eric Bieniemy right now. I'm just saying hey, so I don't miss the wrong job. I'm just saying hey, so I don't miss the wrong job. I'm just saying hey, so I don't miss out on the wrong job. Because, man, I'm serious. Atlanta is a nice-looking job. At one point, I said I would consider the Jets because of the salary cap and the draft picks that they got coming up. I wouldn't go to the Jets if they gave me complete run of the organization. Can I fire the owner? No, I can't take it. But you'll have complete run of the organization below the owner. No, nope. If I can't reach up and pop him, I don't want to pop them. No. But that Atlanta job looks good. I'm just telling you, if Philadelphia has a losing record and they don't make the playoffs, oh no, your boy Peterson is in trouble. He's got to be. There is no way Peterson can be safe. I know he's got that Super Bowl win on his record. But come on. I'm saying hey to everybody. Just in case that opens up. Looks like the Buffalo head coach is out of trouble. Looks like he's out of trouble. Miami is definitely going to be all right. I told y'all Brian Flores can coach. I told y'all that. Who else? Detroit's going to have. If Detroit does not have a coaching opening at the end of this year, I'm done with them. The whole city of Detroit, I'm done with them. I love the basketball team, but the baseball team, I got you. I'm with them. But the football team, done. So, maybe he looks at that football. Maybe he looks at Detroit. Let me look at these teams. See who might have coaching openings after the season. Hold on. I'm trying to see something. Let's go down to the bottom of the league. Let's go down here. All right, so the Jets should be open. Y'all gonna be mad at me for saying this because I know how y'all like certain people. The head coach of the Giants, what's his name? Joe Judge, Jim Judge, D Judge. I carry a Judge, but he should be fired. He ain't done nothing. I told y'all when they got him. Who? That job should be open. Atlanta is already open. Washington, they're not going to get rid of the head coach there. He's battling cancer. Minnesota, I don't think they'll get rid of him right. Here's the job that shouldn't be open, but it probably will be. The Chargers. The Chargers are probably going to have an open spot, and Anthony Lynn, it won't be his fault. This is, again, where you should fire the general manager and the owner for making Anthony Lynn have to stick with Phillip Rivers last season. Phillip Rivers was horrible last season. He ain't all that good now. But there was no way they were going to sit him down in the middle of the year, and Anthony Lynn, as the head coach of that team, should have had the ability to say, hey, Philip, grab a clipboard, bro. We're going with whoever the backup was at the time. But again, head coaches don't get the same kind of luxury and leisure that the Matt Patricias get, that the Bill O'Briens get, that the Adam Gases get. So Anthony Lynn's probably going to lose his job, which he shouldn't, to me. Of course, the Jacksonville job, yeah, he should be gone. Texans already gone. Detroit should be gone. Denver, Philadelphia is 1-3-1. I say again, if they don't turn that around to a winning record, Peterson's got to be on the hot seat. He's got to be that job, and that team is too good for him to be allowing that to happen. And I got one fix for you. Get a new quarterback. Just make a minor change. Tell Carson Wentz, come grab a clipboard and let Jalen Hurts get used to it. However he does. He can't do any worse than Carson Wentz. Let him battle through it. And that being said, let me go back down to the Washington football team. Them not giving Dwayne Haskins a full shot and pulling him out and putting him in and pulling him out and pulling him in. Rivera's wrong for that. Rivera is wrong for that. Kyle Allen is not anybody's answer. The only people that Kyle Allen is the answer to is his wife and children. That's it. That's it. Oh, Daddy, you so crazy. Baby, you know how I'm on. Yeah, that's it. He is not the answer for Washington. So what are you putting him in there for? Alex Smith is a good story. That's heartwarming and all that. But your future is in the hands of Dwayne Haskins. Let him figure it out. But they're not going to fire the head coach, Rivera. All right, let me go back to the Cincinnati. I'm going to give him one more year. I'm giving him one more year. Zach gets one more year. Remember, he was in that group that they brought in. Oh, he was friends with Sean McVay in L.A., so he's got to be a good head coach. Oh, he once bumped into Sean McVay in the bathroom. He's got to be a good head coach. If he don't turn it around with that young quarterback, with that running back, and you got to find a replacement for A.J. Green. A.J. Green is done. I'm sorry. I like A.J., love A.J. For whatever reason, his body doesn't stay healthy in the NFL. I said it about the kid that we had here, Kevin Johnson. His body is not NFL ready. For whatever reason, the NFL's, just how tough it is and how harsh it is too much for his body. Move on. Draft. You should have got one of them receivers out of LSU. Get you somebody in there, not named A.J. Green, and let's go. So I give him one more year. Zach gets one more year. San Francisco, I love what's happening. I love what's happening to Shanahan. I love it. Let him stay. Let Lynch stay. The fact that they're having quarterback problems is ironic. Miami, like I said, they're in good spot. McCarthy's all right in Dallas. Of course, Belichick's okay in New England. Tampa Bay, Arians is all right. New Orleans, Peyton is all right. Raiders, John Gruden now. I don't care. He doesn't even exist to me. Indianapolis, again, same thing with Frank Reich. He's all right. Matt Rule doing a great job down there in Carolina. I don't care nothing about Cliff Kingsbury. His team is winning in spite of him. The Rams, Sean McVay, so what? Kansas City, again, I love Andy Reid. I'm serious. For me, the two best head coaches in the league right now, Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin. They are. You talk about longevity of winning. I'm not talking about one phenomenal season and then, you drop off the map for a couple years. I'm talking about longevity and winning. When you put what Andy Reid did in Philadelphia and match that with what he's done in Kansas City, the two best coaches in the league right now, let me go three. I know who I forgot. Don't at me. I know who I forgot. Let me do it right. Bill Belichick, Mike Tomlin, and Andy Reid. And I will fight you over it. I'm talking about longevity. Don't give me the super amazing season that Sean McVay had. Don't give me the super season that some other team had. I'm talking about longevity. Bill Belichick, Mike Tomlin, and Andy Reid, and I'll fight you over it. That's why I couldn't stand that guy that they had down there off Kirby Drive. He was a fake. He was a fraud. So again, Kansas City, they're safe. Cleveland, kind of like this guy. Kind of like him. Kind of like him. All right. Chicago, question marks. A lot of question marks. Buffalo, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. McDermott, whatever. Y'all can have him. Can't come to my house. Knock on my door. Who is it? Sean McDermott, get off my yard right now. Letting the dog out. Go. Get. Yep, I'm sorry. Not my guy. Baltimore, Harbaugh, love him. Tennessee, all joking aside, it is time to move Mike Vrabel up. And I was the biggest Mike Vrabel hater out there. I thought Mike Vrabel got too much too soon and was not qualified for it. But I was wrong. Mike Vrabel is the perfect fit for Tennessee, and he's got those guys playing his style of football. I love it. Mike Vrabel, it's time to move up. You're that next level of a head coach. In fact, Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels are my two favorite Bill Belichick, out of his coaching tree. Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels. Say what you want to say about Josh. Josh won with what's the kid out of Florida? Tim Tebow. Ain't nobody else can say that. Nobody. Like him. All right, so Tennessee's good. Seattle's good. Pittsburgh's great. And Green Bay, you got to say, LaFleur's like Mike Vrabel to me. LaFleur's like Mike Vrabel to me. Those guys, everybody overlooked them, underestimated them, and all they've done is win. I like them. But there are at least 4 or 5 jobs that should be open that Eric Bieniemy ought to be, a consideration for. The Jets job, don't touch it. The Giants should be open. The Falcons is open. Vikings better get his act together too. Zimmer better get his act together too. But that one's not going to be open. Chargers probably going to be open. Jacksonville's going to be open. Texans is open. Detroit should be open. And everything else are question marks. So how many was that? Detroit 1, Texans 2, Jacksonville 3, Chargers 4, Falcons 5, Giants, Jets 7 openings. I say all that to say, Texan fans, before you start getting your "We Love Eric, We Love EB" t-shirts, he might not be coming. If I had to look at all those opportunities, I would rate Atlanta number 1. I'd rate Chargers number 2. Probably Texans number 3. Jacksonville number 4. And then everybody else. Man, Keith Hennig, I wish you were right. Keith Hennig said if Anthony Lynn gets released in the Chargers, he should be the guy in Houston. I'd love that. Especially if Eric Bieniemy goes somewhere else, you get Anthony Lynn on the phone right away. PDQ. Anthony Lynn, hello. We just fly on in. We got a private jet waiting for you down at the hangar. Absolutely. Without question. I am not impressed by these names that Vegas put out for, the most likely head coaches. Eric Bieniemy is number 1 on the list, but all those other names, blah, meh. Sorry, I don't mean to disrespect the longtime greats and the up-and-comers. I'm serious. Man. Anthony Lynn is a great head coach. Should be coaching. What's my guy, the offensive coordinator for Tampa Bay? Should be coaching. Should be a head coach. Should be a head coach. If Joe Judge or Jeff Judge or whatever, I don't even want to get his name right. The Judge guy up in the Giants can get a head coach. If Cliff Kingsbury could be head coaching, if Matt Patricia could be head coaching, Byron Leftwich should be head coaching. I'm serious, man. I tell you what, I hope The Rock comes in and gets the XFL up and running and gets and puts out some money to give some of these head coaches that are getting just overlooked and mistreated in the NFL, give them a legit shot. And not, watch this, and not that it's a stepping stone to the NFL. If these new leagues would stop looking at themselves as if they are a stepping stone or a feeder system into the NFL and just try to be their own thing, who they are right now. Kind of like what Eugene Johnson was saying yesterday. Just, work with your body, work with your, what works for you, eat what works for you. If these leagues would stop trying to feed into and just be who they are. The USFL was not trying to be a feeder league into the NFL. They were not trying to be a stepping stone to the NFL. They were like, man, forget that. We paying NFL-like salaries. We're going to get NFL-like talent, and we're going to play our own style of game. And if they had not gotten a rat, if they had not gotten a mole in the league with one of the owners, and you know who I'm talking about, President of the United States, they would still be balling. But they got one guy in there that killed it all. If I am The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, man, I set that league up independent of everybody. We do our own thing. And I call the Byron Leftwiches. I call the Anthony Lynn's. I call the good head coaches that don't get a shot and people are not patient with them. And I bring them in and we just ball out. We just ball out. I don't have that 3-year removed from your last high school game rule for college players. Build that thing from the ground up. If you can't get Lamar Jackson, get the hottest kid coming out of high school. Get him. If you can't listen, before Trevor Lawrence at Clemson, Trevor Lawrence was balling at somebody's high school. Before Deshaun Watson was balling at Clemson, he was balling at Gainesville High School in Georgia. Get him in here. Get him in here. Don't wait. Build your league up your way. Trust me, that star power will grow. I'm tired of begging people for equality. You got people in positions that they are ill qualified for, and then as soon as you say something about somebody else, well, he should just go and be a coordinator and prove himself. Where did Judge prove himself at? Where did Cliff Kingsbury prove himself at? Where has Matt Patricia proven himself? Where? So why the heck do other people have to prove themselves? Get out and vote. Early voting started yesterday. It'll be lasting through the 30th. Go to harrisvotes.com, harrisvotes.com, find a polling place near you. You can still, as of right now, I think you can still do drive-through voting. You can still do the 24-hour precincts. But get out and vote. Cast your vote so we can put a change to some of this, man. Some of this stuff just needs a change. All right, let me take my break. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is Winning Wednesday. Let me announce again the winner of the $50 this week and who gave that. We'll do that right after this on the lunch break.
I'm Gary Bledsoe, Texas NAACP president. In my lifetime, we have worked and sacrificed to make real progress.
That's right, Gary. I'm Claude Cummings, Vice President of the Communication Workers of America. Our community is under attack again.
Our jobs are being exported. The court system has largely turned its back on us, and people need to realize, Claude, is the last election amounts to a true revolution, where all those gains in civil rights and human progress are actually being targeted.
I know powers in Washington won't deny health care to working people who have pre-existing conditions, eliminate environmental protections for minority communities. It even encourages racism.
We thought those days were gone.
Dr. King said the time is always right to do what is right.
Let's do what's right. Let's vote and get your family and friends to vote too. If you don't, you should not be surprised to see drastic changes in your world.
Vote early or on election day.
Political advertising paid for by the Communications Workers of America.
You're listening to 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Gretchen, I'll respond to your question.
I'm going to tell you how you can get real.
Gretchen, I'll respond to your question in just a minute.
A day. Yes, now you can get affordable health insurance for you and your family immediately, starting at just $6 a day. And coverage is guaranteed regardless of your medical condition. That's right, for about $6 a day, you can have guaranteed health insurance. And there's dental, vision, and prescription coverage too. You owe it to yourself and your family to make this free call right now and learn more. There are no deductibles, no waiting period, no contracts, and coverage is guaranteed. Call National Health right now for your risk-free, guaranteed health insurance quote, starting at just $6 a day. Call now.
800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. That's 800-797-0921. Paid for by GoHealth.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
Hey, what's going on? This is Lecrae, and right now you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Winning Wednesday, and before I congratulate this week's winner of the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge that we do every week. That's the name. It's long. I like it. I did that on purpose. I got to answer a question that somebody who's near and dear to my heart, Gretchen Morris, one of the baddest worship leaders in the business. Hey, Gretchen, appreciate you making time to tune into the lunch break. She asked a question, give her some reasons why Anthony Lynn would be a good fit for the Texans. And she said, please. So guess what I'm going to do? Stop the show and do that. Anthony Lynn is, number one, a very good head coach. He's smart. He does his homework. He empowers his people. He makes sure that his coaches, his offensive coordinators, his defensive coordinators, special teams coach, defensive backs coach, that they are prepared to do their job so that the team as a whole is best prepared for the teams that they play. Does that mean they win every game? No. Does that mean that they, are in every game? No, they've gotten blown out of some games. But one thing I love about him is he gets the most out of his players. He was saddled with a quarterback that was beyond his prime, was, no longer had the ability to compete at the level that was necessary. And he had very good players around him. And you can see it in the fact that Anthony Lynn has taken a rookie who was not even scheduled to start, who filled in because the starter had his lung punctured by a crazy doctor. This young man, Anthony Lynn, has coached him up. He has prepared him. He has, kind of set him up for all scenarios. And they have literally been in almost every single game this year, but they're young. So inexperience has kind of bit them a couple of times. I think Anthony Lynn is a good players coach. I think the players trust him. They respect him. I think that they try to play hard, given the system that he's put in place. And I think that would be perfect for Deshaun Watson. I think it would be perfect for the Will Fullers and the, Kiki Kutis, all the young people that Bill O'Brien played mental calisthenics and mental gymnastics with, had them contorted and unsure of what to do and when to do it and when not to do it. I think Anthony Lynn would be a calming voice, but I think he would be well prepared. I don't think we would see some of the nonsense that we saw with the Texans, and we definitely won't hear some of the nonsense that we heard from Bill O'Brien after a bad performance, after a bad game, like we heard from Bill. I think we'll hear the truth from Anthony Lynn. He's a man of integrity. I believe that. I believe that. So that's why I think he would be a good fit. If they can't get Eric Bieniemy, Anthony Lynn would be my very next call. Very next call. And I don't think he'd feel some kind of way that we, had our eyes set on, one of the hottest offensive coordinator prospects in the game today in Eric Bieniemy. I don't think he would feel any kind of way if we said, hey, listen, we'd like to talk to you. Eric chose Philadelphia or Eric chose Atlanta. We'd really like you to come in and take over a very good young team. So that's my 2 cents on why I think Anthony Lynn would be a good head coach. I know some folks don't agree with me, but that's your business, my show. All right. All right. So anyway, speaking of, and Gretchen, thank you again. Tell the whole family I said, hey, I love that whole entire family. Gretchen, Sister Mara's mom, definitely Keelan and Cora. Love the whole family. And you know how I miss your dad. So again, let's say congratulations to DB Cook. Congratulations, DB Cook. He was this week's winner, week number 5 winner of the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. And he was 11-3 along with George Griffin and along with Erica, but he won by virtue of the tiebreaker. He had New Orleans. He had the final score at 31-21. Final score was 30-27. So congratulations again to him for being closest to the final score. And then if we look at the top 10, again, the top 10, you got Ferdinand, number 1, Milo, number 2, Big Mike, number 3, along with Merrick, Mad Dog, and Alexis. They're all tied at number 3. At number 6, you got Keith Hennick. And then a close second, 7th, you got Chi-Town. 8th, Amber and Keisha Kelly. And at number 10, you got Trey. So everybody still has a chance to win. The top 6 at the end of the year will have a chance to win $500 cash. So you want to make sure you're in that top 6. But again, it's not too late. If you want to play, all you got to do is get me your picks by no later than 11 a.m. on this coming Sunday, 11 a.m. Central. If you're in the East Coast, got to have them by 12. If you're Mountain, got to have them by 10. If you're on the West Coast, got to have them by 9 your time. You can text them to me, text them at 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or email them, aj@kyoksports.com, aj@kyoksports.com. Again, pick all the winners. And then for the Monday night game of Dallas and Arizona, give me who you think is going to win that game and the final score. 29-25, 15-12, 33-23, whatever you think the final score is going to be. Give me that because that'll help with the tiebreaker. Okay? All right. Congratulations again to DB Cook. And that $50 was courtesy of El Michelle Productions. El Michelle Productions. If you need voiceovers, if you need someone to put together a video for your business or your event, if you need marketing help, if you need promotions, I'm telling you, you want to connect with El Michelle Productions at number 903-225-9883. 903-225-9883. Tell her the lunch break sent you. Okay? All right. Any breaking news out there? I did tell y'all earlier that the number 1 golfer, Dustin Johnson, one of the top soccer players in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo, both have coronavirus. But it's not just there. SEC has had to cancel or postpone its first game. The Vanderbilt game is having to be postponed from this Saturday. And, man, boy, head coach of Florida, head coach of the University of Florida, got all full of himself talking about he wanted to pack the stadium. wanted to pack the stadium for, I believe it was this coming week's game. Let me get to that. Let me get to that. Hold on. Bang. If you don't come on here. All right, here we go. Yep. He wanted to pack the stadium for the Florida LSU game. The Swamp. Wanted to pack the Swamp. And everybody's like, well, you do know we're still in the virus. Oh, we're going to pack the Swamp. But we're still in the virus. Oh, we're going to pack the Swamp. Life comes at you real fast sometimes. Sometimes life comes at you faster than you can expect. While he was trying to pack the Swamp, his team got hit with a rash of COVID-19 cases, positive cases. 15 of them. Players having to sit out. Game really should be in question, but, you know, SEC. I don't think you're going to pack the Swamp, bro. In fact, I think you need to make sure that you are protecting the players and the members of the organization while you're so busy trying to pack the Swamp. So I say, man, these coaches are the last people, and that includes Dabo Swinney, that includes Nick Saban, that includes Scott Frost, that includes Mike Gundy. These are the last people that should have the final say in, you know, in the health and the safety and whether these kids should be playing or not. Should be the final ones. They should not have the final say. They're irrational. They don't make wise decisions. So I don't know. I wish those kids well. The ones that have coronavirus, I wish them well. You know, Dan Mullen, I don't care about him. He'll be all right. He's making, as they like to say, oh, he's making millions of dollars. He shouldn't, you know, want to sit out. Well, you know, Dan Mullen, he'll be all right. He's making millions of dollars. I'm concerned about the kids ain't making nothing. Oh, but they're getting scholarships. Yeah, they're getting scholarships, but, you know, they shouldn't have corona. How about that? How about that? Yeah, L, I did. I got it. Got it. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me do this. Let me get Sybil Wilkes on here. Get Sybil Wilkes on here and let her wrap it up. Again, want to say congratulations to DB Cook. DB, I need your Cash App. DB, I need your Cash App so I can send you the money courtesy of El Michelle Media, El Michelle Productions, El Michelle Productions. So hit me up, and then y'all give me your picks. Give me your picks by Sunday, okay? Give me your picks by Sunday. All right, let me get Sybil Wilkes on here. We'll get the extended version of the what you need to know today about the coronavirus, because she brings out good information, man. I sprayed down my phone, my tablet, my computer. I got these wipes that I can use on those devices, and man, she had me concerned yesterday. So anyway, as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it except wear your mask, wash your hands 30 seconds or more, sanitize everything around you, be sensitive to everybody around you, give people 6 feet. My God, why is it so hard to social distance? And whatever you do, when you see that racism, and there's plenty of it out there, kill it. Not the racism, not the person, but the racism. Don't be a part of it. Don't feed it. Don't okay it. Don't laugh at it. Kill it. Hey, now that's not cool. Stop that. I don't care if it's racism against black people. I don't care if it's racism against gay and lesbian. I don't care if it's racism or, you know, I don't care if it's sexism against women. I don't care if it's ageism. Whatever it is, if you see that ism, kill it. Kill it. Don't let these people think that they got a right to just run around and say whatever they want to say. Not around you. How about that? All right? All right, let me get Sybil Wilkes on here. I'm gone. Y'all have a blessed day. Lord say the same. We'll be back tomorrow for Throwback Thursday.
It's It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today about the coronavirus. According to a new study, the coronavirus pandemic will end up costing Americans $16 trillion, far more than anyone predicted when the virus first emerged in the United States this year. The study's estimated cost includes a theoretical estimate for the value of a human life and is spread out over the next decade. White House physician Sean Conley said Donald Trump has tested negative for COVID-19 on consecutive days as the president headed to a crowded campaign rally in Florida. The White House still has not revealed the last time he tested negative prior to his positive diagnosis. According to a recent article in a medical journal, there is mounting evidence that a second wave of mental health devastation could be building. Researchers suggest it will have a disproportionate effect on the same groups that the first wave did, Black and Hispanic people and lower socioeconomic groups. Please visit SybilWilkes.com to subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Had a lot of fun with y'all as always. And please, y'all be safe out there, okay? Be safe. Be smart. Be safe and watch people, man. Because right now it's a different time. It's a different time. I want all y'all well. Don't forget, I'm gonna put that stream up there. Lunch breakers that vote. Lunch breakers that vote. And be sure to post a picture of you up there voting. And encourage your family, your friends, your coworkers to vote. And when you do, get their pictures, post them up there. Let's just blow it up, okay? And if somebody needs a ride to the polls and you can help them, do it. If you can't, hit me up, and I'll try and send them an Uber or something like that to and from the polls, and we'll make sure that they can get over there and vote as well. So as always, not this, definitely this. I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it.